Guys, in today's video, I and you will traverse and try to get to 1800. Right now, as you can see, my path to 1800 is going pretty great. In our last video, I went from like 530 to 687. Let's improve on that and let's play a couple of games. So let's get this started. First of all, we're playing a person who's 666 rated. He played the Grob, not known for it's not known as a very good opening because it like weakens its king. It's actually known as one of the worst openings, actually, which means that we have a higher percentage of win rate. Alright. Let's attack this free pawn, this hanging pawn, and let's see if he plays rook here, or like pawn here or something. Okay, he just gives us a free pawn, which is a blunder early on, which may impact his endgame position, because that pawn could be significant. He plays knight here, just giving up a rook. He takes back with the knight. Now, you don't want to do this as like his knight is going backward, which you don't really want to do. It's not very good for your position overall. So, yeah, we're winning so far. Right. So he does go ahead and play e3, but that's not really an issue. We'll just develop another piece, whereas you can see here that he does not really have that many of his pieces developed. We have a very open, nice position, as always. Right. I think I should attack right now because he doesn't really have much going, but I'm really just going to play solidly, as there isn't really much to like cause over there, because as you can see his knight is protecting this pawn, so I don't think it would be a very wise idea to just like go for an attack like only two pieces. Alright, so now I can just take a free knight or like a free bishop, because yeah, our queen is protecting, or we can even take this pawn and knight. Let's just take this bishop so I can get over there. Alright, yes. Let's continue with our plan, but this time I'm pinning the knight to the king. Yeah. Now I'll just like push this pawn, so I'm taking up more of the center. He'll probably move his knight like over here and over here. Alright, so he doesn't do that, and instead just plays a random queen move. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to play here, so we can trade queens, which I don't want to do. Pretty cool idea though. I'm thinking of putting this pawn over here, so we're opening up more files for our rooks, because he can't get his rook over here without him blocking. So I'm going to now open up my rooks to just attack him. Yeah. Let's cut off his escape over here. This is getting very tight for him. Yeah. So now I'll play rook in the middle, check, and then I'm trying I'll go here next move, so I attack his king. So yeah, like that. And we're up 7 points of material, which is pretty nice for us. Alright. So he's taking a pretty long time just blocking. Yeah. Now really, I'm just going to take this knight, which was protecting this pawn. So now his queen will take this and not be the defender of that because it's overloaded. It was defending too much at once. It was defending the pawn and the knight, so I took the knight, which was also just a defender of the pawn. Alright, so it doesn't look like he wants to get checkmated. So I'm going to improvise. I'm going to play rook to the 7th right now. And then I'm going to try to play here. Although that's okay. He just takes the rook, but my bishop was hanging there. Alright, let's go and play a check. Now, yeah, he attacks our bishop, but that's not too much of a worry, as we can just play queen takes here, and since we have a 14-point material advantage, we're going to checkmate him pretty soon. I'm pretty sure his only legal move was to take, and now we're gonna check, and it's pretty close to checkmate already. And this should be checkmate. As you can see, this guy was also a new player. That's why he lost so much rating. But this was a pretty good start. Let's go on to the next one. We're playing a lower rated player again. So for white, I always like going e4. And then I'll just play solidly, no gambits, because that would not be very good. Oh. Now, you see here, there's a pretty cool trap. You can actually take this pawn right now. It's called a Damiano, which is pretty cool actually, because you can play now queen h5, if I'm remembering right, and if he plays here, then we're gonna take this pawn. Yeah, so he moves his king, which is also okay, but I'm going to just take this pawn with a check, and now we're completely dominating the center. Let's play another check, with our bishop developing it, of course. And now, as you can see, his king is out in the open, and now we're gonna just hunt his king down. So first off, I'm going to just check him like this, and his move, and I'll just play here. I'm pretty sure he has to sacrifice his queen, as that's the only legal move, and I'm just gonna take over here next move, which should be checkmate. So he can block like that too, which is pretty annoying, which he found. But it's not really much of a threat to us, because we can play h4, the killer move, as his escapes are pretty much done. We're just gonna take this with the check. I see that my queen is hanging, so I'll move my queen here, which should be checkmate. GG's. Let's play the next one. This was a pretty easy game, as we just played a trap. Now we have a high-rated opponent. I'm just gonna play solidly again. Okay, so far we're having a pretty normal game of Gucho Piano. It's a pretty normal Gucho Piano game, which is like seen at all levels really. Like even at the 1500 level, this opening is seen a lot. Our idea is to like just castle like that, yes. But now I'm gonna apply a bit of pressure just by putting my bishop here, as he didn't play h3, h6 earlier. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to back out, and yeah. So if he plays that, which I was going to say, he is exposing his king because we just give up 2 pawns to attack his king. This is still pretty solid for a position, but he has a bit of a disadvantage as we just sacrificed our knight. And we got an open file. Now I'm just going to open this file by putting my pawn somewhere up there. Let's keep on pushing. Now that he can't get rid of my bishop, I'm going to keep on pushing until I get over here and I have a pretty open file, so I can add the rook to the party. Which is pretty cool. I can also play knight here, which I'm just realizing, to put pressure on the pinned piece. Alright. That's okay, as we can just play here, and that just pretty much like just puts out the attack that he was going to put on me. But I think that's pretty good for me actually, because now I can basically like push my pawn the next time. So like I can just push this now. He just wasted a move. I'm not sure what that move does. Is this a free bishop really? Yeah, I'll just take the free bishop. Then I'm going to play a check here, like, which is practically game over for him. So that was the idea behind the move. It doesn't quite work because I get another bishop, which is pretty nice. Alright, let's push this pawn. Should be a pretty easy win now. Alright, so he moved his king. I'm pretty sure I'll just play over. First of all, I don't want to blunder any pieces. I'm just going to move my bishop, and he can't take my bishop as his queen would be taken, which he does. So far he just blundered a couple of pieces, and I think this should be checkmate. That was an amazing game, and this should be the last game. So far we have played really well, so let's keep it up and hopefully almost get to 800. I'm gonna go and play nice and solid. Okay, so now we're actually almost in. Okay, so if he had castled, we could have played the fishing pole trap, which I have a video on, but he plays this instead. I'm just gonna play another passive game. I'm gonna play h6 first. If he plays d3. So my king doesn't really get the problem of a bishop being here. Yeah, we can basically just play d6, and now we can like put our bishop there, which he does not allow us to do. Which is pretty nice. It's a good play by him. I'm just gonna go play solidly and play h6 as well. It's a pretty symmetrical position, and it'll just come up to who can play the middle game and the end game better. So far, this is all book moves. So this is almost like a fantasy position. Like, it's a really good position for both players. I'm gonna try to trade the bishop so I can get more central activity going, as when I trade the bishop I can pawn push over here. Alright, he played that move, which does not really do much, so I'm not worried at all about it. Alright, let's play queen here, just developing and allowing the rooks to see each other. Yeah, that is not really a problem. Let's just play bishop back, and if he tries going for it, we can always just make breathing room by playing a5, which is pretty nice. So yeah, he's trying to trade the bishops now, which I'm going to kindly decline by playing here. If I play there, he'll play here, then I'll take back, then he'll take back, then I'll take back. So I'm going to be good. And when I take back with my bishop, it would be a pin too. So this looks good for me so far. He moved his rook. A pretty interesting idea, I guess. But it just opens up his king, really. And his rook is trapped between his queen and his king. His rook is trapped. This is pretty nice for us. This is free material. But I will have to say, this is going pretty well for us. And the opponent is a bit better. I'll just take the knight, simplify more, so I'll be better in the endgame. What you want to do for the endgame is simplify. Simplifying will help you, as if you don't simplify your position when you're winning or up material, you'll just win endgames easier because you'll have more material, and if they have less material, it'll be harder for them to fight back. Also, it reduces the chance of you blundering, which is also very nice. Now I'm trying to double up on this file because it's just a free file. Alright. I might try to go for this pawn push, which would allow me to break through his position. Or I can just pick up pawns by playing queen here and then going on. I like the picking up pawns idea more. So we can go ahead and play that right now. but it will be a bit tough for me to do that, so I can always just switch plans if I want, which is very nice. Alright, so he's trying to get more activity. Let's see what I can do. So my plan is, if I take this pawn, his queen will be in the center, and I don't like that. So what I'll do instead is play my rook here. Let's play that. So when I take back with my pawn, this rook is going to be open to take anything that is on this file, so he doesn't have much activity. Alright, that move doesn't really do much, besides from take more space, which is always a good thing. Let's just move back, because our rook wasn't doing much there. It was sort of trapped. So let's get some things done. I'm pretty sure he'll take this pawn, which I'll take back with my b pawn. We are at 4 points of material, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so we can now just play pawn push. So when he takes back, we'll take back, and I'm pretty sure he'll just move his bishop to attack this pawn, but I'm not sure if that'll really do much. So yeah, we're dominating. I don't like that. So I'll just trade off his queen and make this quick. He has a pawn that is very close to promoting. Alright, now we can just play and trap his bishop. His bishop is completely trapped, which is nice, because that bishop was looking nasty. Let's take this back. We have triple pawns. This is not nice. Okay, so how do we defend this? I'm just going to play my rook to the 7th to pick up one pawn. And as we're up a rook, it doesn't really matter, I would say. Okay, so he has moved his pawn. This is looking pretty annoying. So I'm going to play here and go for that. Now this is much better, because now we're just disconnecting it. Although he can play there, which he doesn't. That was really an opportunity. And now this is easy dubs, as we have 2 rooks on the 7th. They're gonna feast. This does not concern me at all, and they can check me as much as they want. Doesn't really matter, as we only need this to be open. And now they have only one choice, which is to play there or do that, sacrificing their rook. But that is checkmate, and that's the video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video. See you in the next one.